Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 12th of June 2018. So, yesterday the pound started to move higher, met some selling pressure here. You can see the volume is greater than the previous bar, the range is less, and it then tried to move higher, still met with some indecision and selling here. Two more buying bars right to the previous day's high, which is the Friday's high, before the market started to come back. And then we have this big bar here, and the reason for this is this. On Monday they released the manufacturing production figures. They were forecast to come out at 0.3. They came out at minus 1.4. If you look at the graph, you will see that this figure goes all the way back to 2013, which means that there has been the biggest slowdown in manufacturing production since 2013 for 5 years. Been the odd one or two along the way, but this one goes all the way back to 2013. So yeah, it'll be interesting, certainly back to 2016 when we saw this abnormal number. But you can see what happened the next the month after the market was more or less returned to normal, and then it shot up. But you can see there's been a steady decline as well. So interesting though, but that's why the market did what it did yesterday, and you saw this drop off, sharp drop off, all the way down to the psychological level of 133.50. Market found support before trading back up 50 pips to the DP level as well as the psychological level of 134 before then trading sideways. And overnight we've come back and retested the 133.50, which you can see there, and the market just bouncing off this at the moment. And news today, while we're here, we'll have a look, see what could affect it. We've got average earnings for the UK claimant count, which is the old rebranded unemployment figures, and then we've got the unemployment rate. See, they're using the name unemployment rate there. I don't know why they didn't just keep that. It's been like it for some time now, but just dress it up a bit, as governments do, make it not as sound as bad as what it is. And then over to Europe and the US, 130, we've got CPI out for the US as well. This is just a joke, frankly. It's been as low as this for a very long time. Talk about rigging the inflation figures. It's been like this for the last 10 years. We all know that's utter nonsense. Prices have risen dramatically in the last 10 years. So again, just goes to show that how gullible people are and believe the nonsense that's pumped out from the government. So in the pound yesterday, as I said, we got a bit of a dead cat bounce going on here. The market's moved up and then starting to move down. We've got the market trading below the trend line that's been in place there for a while. It could do this, move back to the upside and have a bit of a run, and also to the downside as well, until we see what happens. Just draw in a few interesting points. So we've got 76% to the downside there should the market continue below the trend line, and if it's going to move higher, then it's going to meet resistance at the 134.17 level. So we'll keep those in there. In the Dow yesterday, it was sideways to higher, 100-point range, which you can see between the two red lines there. Market opening, finding some selling. You can see there all of the red lines all the way down to the psychological level of 25,300. Market manages to rally 50 points through the previous day's high, which is the Friday high, and the close, only to come back and sit back on the 25,300. Low volume, no selling around, and the market was then free just to be marked up by the market makers for the remainder of the session. You will see here that as the market went through the psychological level here, that there was a small uptick in the volume there, and then the market sitting sideways through there before then resuming up to the 25,400 level. Got a double top in place there, and you've got the R1 before the market then comes back. And in the daily chart, you'll see there the market levitating on fresh air, low volume, no selling around for yesterday. And again, that's not a surprise, is it? Because we know that they want the markets back on the high. So the next upside target, 25,503. And again, we'll see what happens with Trump and in Korea as well. No doubt if it comes back with some sort of investment deal as opposed to war, which is always a good thing, and this will boost the market as well. Bitcoin yesterday sees a bit of buying coming into the market to support it. This is more than likely the shorts taking profits. I said before, if you're short, you need to buy to get out of the position. And this adds to the buying, which is why the prices didn't move lower. Managed to come back above the trend line that we've got in place there as well. Market just sitting above that today, and at the moment not an awful lot happening on the overnight. If you look in the smaller time frames, market's been sideways for the last 24 hours. You can see there just in a sideways range, again back in that consolidation phase. But for me, I could see this still moving to the downside a bit. Certainly a retest of this level here, the 6480, and again down to 5855 should that be broken. Right, that's it for this one. If there's anything to report, I will let you know, but other than that, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.